Good evening. You're watching Global Daily News. I'm Olivia Carter. Tonight, we begin with the rapidly escalating conflict in the Middle East, where tensions between Iran, Israel, and the United States are pushing the region toward one of its most dangerous moments in decades. According to multiple international reports, the war has intensified across several fronts. Iranian missile and drone attacks have targeted Israeli territory and U.S. bases in the region, while Israeli forces continue to strike Iranian military positions and allied groups in Lebanon. The fighting has now entered its sixth day, and the humanitarian impact is growing. Officials report that more than 2,200 people have been killed in Iran, while dozens have died in Lebanon and Israel. And several American troops have also been reported killed in attacks on military facilities. Thousands of civilians are fleeing areas near the fighting, particularly in southern Lebanon and around Beirut, after evacuation warnings from Israeli authorities. At the same time, the political situation inside Iran remains uncertain, following the death of the country's supreme leader during earlier airstrikes near Tehran. In response, Iran has expanded its retaliation beyond Israel, launching missiles and drones toward targets in the Gulf region and threatening vital oil infrastructure. This has created serious concern in global energy markets. Oil prices surged sharply today as fears grew that the conflict could disrupt shipping routes through the Strait of Hormuz, one of the most important oil transit choke points in the world. Nearly 20% of the world's oil supply passes through this narrow waterway, meaning any disruption could quickly affect fuel prices worldwide. Energy analysts say that if the situation continues to escalate, global inflation could rise again, as transportation and production costs increase. Air travel across the Middle East has also been severely disrupted. Airlines across the region have suspended flights or rerouted aircraft due to safety concerns, as missile activity continues across the region's airspace. Thousands of flights have been canceled, affecting travelers across Europe, Asia, and the Gulf. Meanwhile, several countries have begun increasing their military presence in the region. European nations, including the United Kingdom, France, and Italy, have reportedly deployed additional forces or naval assets to protect their citizens and shipping routes. Diplomatic efforts are also underway. The United Nations has called for urgent negotiations aimed at preventing the conflict from expanding further. However, global reactions remain divided. Russia and China have criticized the strikes against Iran, but so far appear reluctant to intervene directly in the conflict. Analysts say both countries are carefully balancing strategic interests, avoiding a direct confrontation with the United States, while still monitoring the regional power shift. The economic consequences of this conflict are already being felt. In Israel, government estimates suggest that the war could be costing the economy billions of dollars every week, due to business closures, reduced travel, and mobilization of military reserves. Across global markets, investors are reacting cautiously. Gold prices have risen as traders move toward safer assets. Energy stocks have seen volatility. Shipping insurance rates in the Persian Gulf are rising, and companies dependent on energy imports are bracing for higher costs. Experts warn that if the conflict continues for weeks or months, it could reshape global trade patterns and supply chains. Meanwhile, inside Iran, daily life is becoming increasingly difficult. Reports indicate that internet restrictions remain in place in parts of the country, limiting communication and access to information. Humanitarian groups are also warning about potential shortages of medicine and essential supplies if transportation routes remain disrupted. Despite the escalation, diplomats around the world continue to push for negotiations. Military experts say the coming days could determine whether the conflict remains limited or expands into a wider regional war. For now, millions of people across the Middle East are living under the constant threat of air raid sirens, missile alerts, and uncertainty about what may come next. We will continue to monitor this situation closely and bring you verified updates as events unfold. You're watching Global Daily News. I'm Olivia Carter. Stay informed, stay aware, and stay safe.